What is going on, everyone? I hope you are all having a fantastic day. So last week we talked about some of the best investments that you can make in your 20s, but a good chunk of my audience is actually in their late teens. So today I want to discuss some of the most important financial steps that you can take as soon as you turn 18 that will really set you up for a fantastic financial future. And also, shout out to this awesome viewer for recommending this topic, and if there is a video topic that you would like me to cover, just leave it down in the comment section below, because I really do read every single comment, so just ask and I'll probably make a video about it if there is enough interest. With that being said, remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video, and let's jump right into it. So the first and most important financial step that you can take the day you turn 18 is buying a lottery ticket. I'm completely kidding. You would probably be better off putting all your money into BitConnect. But seriously, the first thing you want to do is opening a bank account. Now, obviously, I know you can have a bank account well before you turn 18, but if you don't have one yet, this is a really great and important place to start. And you also might want to consider getting a bank account with just your name on it, because if you opened it before you turned 18, then you probably have a parent or guardian on that account with you. Now, there is nothing wrong with having your parent or guardian on your bank account with you. However, I am a strong believer that just like exercising, only you can take charge of your finances if you truly want a fulfilled sense of accomplishment when you're raking in all that money during the future steps. I know opening a bank account may not be the most exciting thing in the world, and it's not going to make you millions of dollars, but it is a really important foundational step that will allow you to pay your bills, manage your investments, and do all sorts of other things with your money. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos, then you probably know that I absolutely love SoFi, and if you're looking for a really simple and easy to use bank that is completely online, then there is a link down in the description for SoFi Money that will give you $25 for free when you open an account with them. So if you do need a bank account, that is a great place to start. Alright, so we've got our bank account open, but I can't send you out there with just a debit card, because you've got to be building your credit score and earning that sweet, sweet cash back. So the second thing you want to do as soon as you turn 18 is opening a credit card. Now, I know this is a hot topic for some people, and I can hear Dave Ramsey yelling at me from Tennessee.
I'm trying not to say it's stupid.
But I am a firm believer that if you are responsible with your money and you follow two important rules with a credit card that we will talk about in a minute, then this really is a fantastic and important financial tool. So about those two rules, the first is that you need to pay off your credit card in full every single month without fail, and even better, pay it off before your statement even arrives. Now, I've talked about why this is so important before, but essentially paying off your card in full obviously keeps you from paying lots of interest to the credit card company, but paying it off before your statement arrives means that your credit utilization remains at 0%, which is really good for your credit score, and that's part of the reason you want to have a credit card in the first place. Now, the second rule is that you need to treat your credit card as if it is cash or a debit card, and if having that credit card causes you to spend more money, then you need to cut it up, throw it away, and go back to using cash or a debit card. I'll be honest, it is true that on average, people do tend to spend more money with a credit card because they don't associate it with money physically coming out of their bank account. However, in order for this to work, you need to look at this as if when you swipe your card, money comes directly out of your account. Obviously, with a credit card, you pay for something and the credit card company covers that until you pay them back, hopefully at the end of the month, of course. But because the credit card company is covering that, a lot of people don't associate it with money actually coming out of their bank account, and because of that, they go spend like they're in Congress, and that defeats the whole purpose of getting cash back and other rewards. Getting 1 or 2% cash back on everything, or even getting travel points that will allow you to fly for free and get free hotels is amazing, and these are fantastic benefits of having a credit card, but they're completely useless if you're just going to go spend significantly more money on things that you otherwise would never buy. Now, if you don't have a credit card yet, my personal suggestion is the Discover It card, and they have a few different options for students and a lot of other ones that are just regular cash back and travel cards as well. But this was my first credit card, and I was able to build a credit score of 770 in less than a year just by using it for my regular everyday purchases and paying it off at the end of the month. If you do want to pick up the Discover It card, there is a link down in the description, and the first 10 people to click that link will get $50 when they open that account. So I'll remove that link once those spots are gone, so if that link is still down there, then you can still get your $50 for free. But if there's a different card that you prefer, then I would love to hear what that is down in the comment section below, and that is totally okay. So doing those two steps will already set you on the right path, but both of those things have to do with saving and managing your money or spending your money. So now let's talk about the much more important side of that equation, and that is making money. Now, I don't want to sound like a parent and be like, you need to get a job, but you need to get a job. Or more importantly, you need some means of income. If you are able to generate income at 18 years old through some other method that is not a regular hourly job, then congratulations. And if you're currently in an hourly job that you don't like, then maybe start thinking about some side hustles that you could start up that could replace that hourly income. When I was 15 years old, I started working at Rita's Italian Ice, and I worked there for several years throughout high school. And when I started at 15, I was only making $7.25 an hour. Now, dealing with angry customers and sticky floors was awful, but it taught me the true value of a dollar, and it also motivated me to find other ways to make money because I knew that selling sugary water ice was not my life's purpose. Eventually, I saved up enough money to start flipping MacBook computers, and that was how I made my first $20,000 before I graduated high school. And just like a lot of other people, I started with zero. So if you have a job right now that you don't like, don't feel like you're stuck and have to stay there just because you don't have any other options. There are so many ways to make money, especially with the online world that we live in, so choose something that you're passionate about, that you're knowledgeable about, and then find a way to monetize that. If you're curious how I was able to make thousands of dollars in high school flipping electronics, then the very first video on this channel goes through my entire process, and as embarrassing as that video is, it is there for you if you do want to see it. So with those 3 steps alone, you have a way to earn your money, a way to save your money, and a smart way to spend your money that will allow you to build your credit score and earn some rewards in the process. But at this point, it's time to put your money to work for you, and that means it's time to open the almighty Roth IRA. Now, if you've been around this channel for a little while, then you probably know that I personally believe that the Roth IRA is the best retirement and really investment account in general for the average person. Now, I won't go into too much detail in this video because I do have an entire video just on the Roth IRA, so you should definitely check that out. But this account allows you to invest $6,000 per year with after-tax money. And all that means is it's money that you've already paid taxes on when you earned it, and when you go to withdraw that money in the future, you do not have to pay any additional taxes on it. Again, if you want a detailed breakdown on exactly what that means, because I know it is a little confusing, then check out my video on the Roth IRA. But to be blunt, this means you can become really wealthy without paying crazy high taxes on all of that wealth. I have lots of videos on my channel on my long-term investing strategies and how to best use a Roth IRA, so be sure to check those out. But if you do have any questions on how to use the Roth IRA, I am not, I repeat, not a financial professional, but I am more than happy to give you my opinion, so feel free to leave any questions or comments down below. So if you are 18 or even in your early 20s and you're already doing those 4 things, then you are freaking killing the game. But I would be falling short if I didn't talk about student debt in a video about financial steps for teenagers. Now, whether you're about to go into college, currently in college, or you're a fully grown adult who just has questions about debt in general, then here is my best piece of advice. Avoid debt always. Okay, maybe not always, but unless you're financing a house, I would do everything in your power to avoid debt at all costs, and yes, that does include student debt. Now, I'm sorry if I'm the first one who has to tell you this, but newsflash, come here. College is expensive. I go to an in-state school, have a lot of scholarships, and live for free because I'm a student employee, and I am still going to pay almost $40,000 for my degree. Now, some of you may think that that's fantastic, some of you may think that that is a stupid amount of money to pay for a piece of paper, and there's probably valid arguments for both sides of that. But please hear me when I say, do not go to an overpriced private school just to get a bachelor's degree in left-handed puppetry. I am all for going after your dreams and following the things that you are passionate about, but if you're passionate about left-handed puppetry, then maybe you don't need to pay $100,000 for a piece of paper that tells you that you're good at left-handed puppetry. The bottom line is, for most programs, and again, I say most, the place that you get your degree from is not nearly as important as how you apply yourself in that program. Basically, what I'm saying is you don't need to go to a school that costs $60,000 a year just because you like the way the buildings look. My dream was to go to a well-known university with a fantastic business school and an even better basketball team called Villanova. But instead, I went to a less expensive state school that is right next door, I pay way less money, and if I want, I can hop in my car that I bought with the money I saved and go check out Villanova's nice buildings. My point is, loving the place that you get your education is important, and don't get me wrong, I love the university that I attend, but part of the reason that I love it so much is because I know that it was a financially responsible decision, and the money that I am spending is an investment that I will see a huge return on. Like I said, I'm gonna pay about $40,000 for 2 bachelor's degrees and 3 minors at my school, while 1 year at my dream school would have cost over $72,000. By no means am I ragging on that school, and I'm sure it is a fantastic program, them. But unless you're rolling in money or you're a genius on track to become the world's greatest doctor or engineer, it just doesn't make sense to pay 3 or 4 times as much for a degree that you could have got for way less money. Now, with all of that being said, it's also completely okay if you do not want to go to college at all. And that brings us to the last thing that you want to do as an 18-year-old with your finances, and that is understanding your expenses and where your money is going. Now, at 18, you probably don't have a whole lot of fixed expenses, especially if you're living with a parent or guardian, but knowing where every dollar is coming from and where it is going is extremely important and will really serve you well in the future. It blows my mind that we give $100,000+ loans to 18-year-olds who barely know what they want to do with their lives, and it is completely okay if you don't know what you want to do. Like I said, there are so many ways to make money, and finding that path to success for you might not involve college, but as long as you follow these steps and keep track of how much money you're making and how much money you're spending, then you really can't go wrong, and you will be way better off than your average 18-year-old. So with that being said, if you do have any questions about anything that we talked about in this video, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below, because I really do read and respond to every single comment. And also, let me know if there are any financial steps that you feel I left off of this list. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you did enjoy today's video. Use those links down in the description to get $100 for free from SoFi when you open a SoFi Money and SoFi Invest account. And of course, take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.